So today I'm going to bring you guys the 5 luxury items that I will not purchase no matter the hype. I was tagged by Flointhecity, by Jill Maurer, and by Oksana LV. I will link all 3 of the ladies' channel in the description box down below. If you haven't checked them out, you really need to. They are lovely, lovely ladies that I personally really enjoy watching. So let's get started, you guys. Now, for me, hype and trends are 2 very different things. Hype is something that people constantly say how great it is, and trend is just something that, you know, comes along and everybody just kind of rides it for whatever reason. So I am going to stick to hype, and I have so many items that I'm actually grouping the 5 into categories. So let's start off with number 1. And number 1 for me is SLGs and luggage tags. Now I know that for a lot of people on here, SLGs and luggage tags are the greatest thing since sliced bread. For me, adding them in like every color of the rainbow and limited edition pieces and stuff like that, that's not something that I want to add into my collection. I do love SLGs, but I only need like 1 card holder. I only need like 1 pouch, you know, one of the necessities. I don't need them in every color. That gives me anxiety. The idea of having that gives me anxiety, to be completely honest, just because I already have so much stuff. And even the idea of switching out of SLGs just does not bring me joy. But obviously, if that brings you joy, then you should buy as many SLGs as you love. But they're definitely not for me. Number 2, I'm categorizing as totes. And in particular, the totes that I'm talking about are the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, the Goyard tote, and the Longchamp Le Pliage. These are all items that so many people love on here, and I just don't like. I've never been a fan of the Neverfull. I think it's the spaghetti straps, the short spaghetti straps on the bag that really I don't know. They say that they're comfortable, so I understand that, but for some reason they don't look I don't know. I like a really good strap. So the straps on the Neverfull just really don't catch my attention. The bag as a whole is just open, and I don't like that either. Although I will say that the Neverfull on top of a rolling luggage looks amazing. However, even for travel, the bag is open, so I wouldn't feel safe traveling that way. I would much rather use my Speedy 35 for travel. The Goyard tote just seems to be like almost like a flavor of the moment that everybody started seeing, and everybody kind of just jumped on it. I've seen a lot of people say negative things about it once they've bought it, like the canvas cracks right away. It just doesn't hold. It just does not look good long term, and I just would never buy that bag. I will say though, I do reserve the right to change my mind at any point. I am in fact a woman, and I am nothing if not contradicting. So similar with that, I would say the Longchamp Le Pliage is not a bag that I don't even understand why people love it. I think if you live in a rainy climate, then I guess it makes sense. I do not, and thank God, because I just would never want that in my collection at all. I just don't like it at all. Again, the handles, I just don't like them. Moving on to number 3. I'm going to call this the Unbranded popular handbags that a lot of people love here in the community, and that would include the Celine luggage tote. That would also include the Celine box bag and the Loewe puzzle bag. Those are 3 bags that I am not interested in adding into my collection. I don't care who carries any of those bags. I am not interested in adding these bags into my collection. The luggage tote is something that I did want at some point. I think it was because I was seeing it a lot, but it is something that I'm really glad I have not added into my collection. It really reminds me, my mom worked in the fashion district here in downtown LA for many years, and my sister and I would constantly go to downtown LA. The luggage tote reminds me of a bag that I would have seen in downtown LA, like a no brand bag. Sure, it's good quality, but I just don't understand the price tag with that bag. There is not a really big design element to it where the price would be justified. The box bag, again, is another bag that I would see in downtown LA. That is a no brand, and I just don't understand why anyone would pay those kinds of prices for that bag. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. The puzzle bag has more design element to it. However, I don't know what it is about that bag that I am not attracted to. I did recently see it in a mini size, and that one kind of made me, you know, a little excited, but I didn't try it on. But we'll see. But for the most part, I'm not a fan of the Louis Vuitton puzzle bag, and I don't understand why everybody loves it. I know it also has a zipper. That's another thing about it that I'm not loving. So those are 3 unbranded bags that I am just not into at all. Number 4 in that category would be Chloe handbags, the ones with the bracelet. There's a half moon one. There's even a little backpack. The Chloe Faye is another one. It doesn't have like a bracelet, but it has like a ring on it. I just am not attracted to Chloe bags at all. One, they really don't hold their value. Aesthetically, I don't get it. They just seem really pointless. And when the bracelet bag came out, it really reminded me of a bag that was featured on Sex and the City, and that was a Prada bag, if I'm not mistaken. I will insert a photo for you guys. It was also a bracelet bag, and I thought it was ridiculous on the show. And when Chloe came out with the bracelet bags, I thought, really, this is a thing now? And the fact that everybody was getting it, I just couldn't understand it. So these are bags that I'm not attracted to at all, and I will not be adding into my collection ever. Number 5, am I even in order? I might even have gone out of order already. I am going to say the LV Capucines is a bag also that I have no interest in adding. I know a lot of people here in the community rave about this bag. It is almost like a, you know, like Louis Vuitton's expensive bag. For me, the flap seems kind of stiff, and I could already see me struggling because I'm not one of those like really like ladylike people who just, you know, I'm like an animal when I'm going into my bag. I just really like to be able to pull things in and out really quickly, and that bag to me seems really fussy. There are some beautiful bags within the Capucines, but for me, I don't know, it's that flap that really throws, like, I just don't like it. So yeah, the Capucines is one that I will not be adding into my collection anytime, I'm pretty sure. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna throw this out there as a bonus, just because I know it's sometimes I'm very aware of how strange I am and how just I honestly make no sense. I'm completely aware of that. But for whatever reason, I am really not attracted to Chanel chevron. I don't like it. I don't like anything in Chanel chevron. Although I will say I saw Tamara's Coco handle, and she got it in an aged calfskin, and it is chevron, and that's the only one that I've ever was like, wow, that's gorgeous. And it was white, so it had all the elements of things that I don't like. I don't want to buy white leather. I don't want to buy Chanel chevron, but I really do love aged calfskin. But in any case, for the most part, I am not at all a fan of Chanel chevron. So that's it, you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye.